Yay!
Hey, we're here.
Yay!
Well, let's
We forgot
say,
the
well,
intro was started.
hello, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. We were talking, and there was a little bit of black because I didn't hit the button right away. But hello, people. I am a game master. I know I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Hi, I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 in the social.
Somebody does.
Jim distracted him. Not your fault, bud.
Thank you so much for joining us in our Pathfinder 2E actual play. We have a lot to jump into and go through, but before we do that, we're going to wonderfully introduce these awesome and talented players that are sitting at this virtual table that I am so happy to call friends. And one day
I was looking for the awesome and natural players that are sitting at the table.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
Aww.
Keep it. You know what? You just volunteered. Who are you and who are you playing?
Oh, hi. I'm Jim, Hawkmere1 on Twitter and Instagram and 100 other any social media that I actually use. I am playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our dwarven divine sorcerer. Yay!
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 The crowd goes wild.
Thank you for joining. Carrie, how are you doing?
I am great. How are all of you guys? I am glad to be here. I am playing Brynn. And Brynn is a half elf and she's a rogue. And I'm so sorry. Full disclosure, I just got done. I coach 8th grade girls basketball, and we just came out of a very close game that we lost. And so mentally, I am a little scattered, but I am so happy to be here. This is awesome. I play Brynn. She is perpetually in a bad mood, and we are at a festival. So let's see if that frickin' holds true.
That might.
Let's rock and roll.
That could. Very much
Let's see.
so. Thank you so much. Jeff, how are you doing, sir?
I am good. I am Jeff, and I play Aviro Starborn, our high elf teenage wizard who is perpetually in a scaredy cat mood.
That is a true statement.
Accurate.
Accurate.
Yes.
And
Fair.
interested in all things magic.
Yes. And we've played with that several times, and I like that fact. So good. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Mhm.
And our wonderful, again, special guest, Aviro. How are you doing? And thank you for joining us so much.
Oh, thank you. Nice to be here again. Super stoked. Anytime y'all want me here, oh my goodness, it's been such a pleasure through and through. So thank you for having me again. I'm Averill, Fun Size Averill on all the socials. I play Pepper Apple Blossom, your lovely fairy who creates fun perfumes. Ooh.
Yay.
Very
Yay!
nice, fun perfumes. Very
Yes.
and there is a misspelling in our center aisle, so my apologies with that. So, but we're good. We're good. We're gonna eventually fix that up. I just haven't had the time because I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 in the socials. I am your GM. I just came back from OrcCon in LA and had a great time visiting friends, making new friends, which might be actually in the chat right now. So thank you so much. We all appreciate you. Had a great time. But and we're going to talk about two things. One, first of all, we're going to talk about our affiliates, which are Talon and Claw and Smuggler Coffee. So thank you so much to our friends there. If you want some awesome looking dice vaults and DM screens, check out Talon and Claw. And if you do, or if you put in the code Dragon Daddy, you will get 10% off on your purchase. Oh, I don't know how to spell. Anyways, also, like I said, Smuggler Coffee, great coffee. Check them out. D&D flavored. We've done some collaborations with them in the past, so check them out. We're looking at maybe some other future sponsors as well or affiliates, but we're working on some stuff that's coming down the pipe, and we'll talk about that later. But what we're going to talk about now is the Legends of the Natural Ones. As we open up the scene of last time we played, we found that the group was in Sandpoint, and they were just getting together, and they were looking around. They're kind of deciding where they're going to do, if they're going to go for shards, if they're going to go for Ren, and because their friend Ren, which is a friend of Pepper's, is missing. So they want to figure out let's go save Ren. So, and in the process of finding some other stuff and talking about other stuff, a festival is happening in Sandpoint because festivals always happen around. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start opening up the evening because the evening's starting to happen, and we're yeah. What would you like to do?
Drink a lot. I would like to.
Love the intensity. I love it.
Yes, please. Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I want
Yeah.
to drink a lot.
Are there
And
games?
so,
Drink games.
Where?
Drink and
Okay.
games. Charcuterie. Drink
yeah.
game,
Oh
charcuterie.
my god. Yes, I want to
So-
hang out with Pepper.
So-
Walking charcuterie.
Where are we exactly, Jay? Are we heading back to the town? Is
Yeah,
that it?
you've headed back to the town. Yeah, you're back to the
Okay.
town. You got back to the Rusty Dragon. You're kind of
Okay.
chilling out a little bit, and with all the stuff that you found, because you figured out that Ren was captured and most likely captured by the Blue Amps. But
Okay.
figuring out where Ren is, so now it's okay, what are we gonna do? Ren's been captured by the Blue Amps. Where could they be? And there's rumors of several different locations throughout the area that the Blue M's have been operating. So it's a matter of figuring out who to talk to and things like that. But for now, it's party time and it's festival time and everyone's just having a good time. What
Okay.
could go wrong?
Right. Jay, I need you to read the message I sent you on the chat.
Yep.
too.
Get. All
Okay.
I
right.
also
While you
want
read-
jewels.
Secrets.
Yes.
Secrets.
While you read, Brynn is definitely going and getting a drink at the bar. And I imagine because it's festival time, we're allowed to kind of walk outside and out and about with these drinks, with the
Yeah.
promise that we bring the mugs back.
Actually, there's probably outdoor stands. I would.
Yeah,
assume.
they're like stalls, like at a red
go-
fair where you go
to
to
go
stalls and you're
red
like,
Solo cups.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Are
like
there red solo cups?
so some of the things that you're seeing is there's I mean, the stalls are all open. You see that there is, all the business that are coming out. So there's an alchemist with a booth. He's selling potions at half price out of shop number 17, which let's put up Salt Marsh. Let's put the Salt Marsh location up. So that
Is this kind of like a Christmas market?
Yeah.
It's a festival market.
But is it like, is the vibes like Christmas? Or not,
It's-
maybe not
it's a-
Christmas, but
it's
holiday?
winter
Winter
Yes,
holiday?
yes, it is a holiday
Solstice?
because
Yule,
of
winter solstice?
yes, I would say it is more closer to the winter solstices because you ran into that satyr wearing that nice belt,
Mhm.
and there was some cards of the deck of many halls. Check D&D dumbest D&D. Check them out because they have some great ideas. Another great plug because that's what we used and they are awesome. So needless to say,
It was great.
there was there's a lot of there is a very, very wintry festival time that's kind of going, even though it's not cold.
I have a question.
Question number 2.
Okay, Carrie, question.
Is there axe throwing at this festival?
Would you like axe throwing to be at this
Yes,
festival?
I would.
There is a spot for axe throwing at this festival.
Great. Thank you.
Pepper,
Question number 2. Is there a wardrobe change? Because it's evening-ish time, right?
if you would like to spend some time with the wardrobe trains, of course, and even sense
It's like,
change.
do we
Yes.
want to wear like the scarves, like or jacket? Like how we looking, y'all? Like wardrobe change. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Brynn always wears a half coyote cloak. It happens sometimes. It's actually a mechanical thing that you can get in Pathfinder 2e.
Wow.
And that's what I have on. I'm wearing a fur.
Love it. Big fan. Super fan.
Wait, what is Brynn wearing?
He has a
Coyote-
fur, like
coyote
a
cloak.
cloak. Like it's like a half, like
Oh, okay.
it's-
All right.
Yeah, it's made of a coyote pelt
Okay.
or a couple.
Over her armor.
Yes.
Love it.
Aviro probably went and put his fancy robes on since he has fancy robes from that party.
Ooh, yeah.
And you styling and profiling.
Yeah.
So
Pepper also
What
has
does Pepper
fancy
wear?
robes. Like also fancy robes and like a little scarf. That's it.
Glastoc's wearing his normal day-to-day stuff, but as we all know, he has his ability to summon his armor immediately. So we're
Yes, he
not
does.
worried about that.
no, we're not. No, we are not.
Armor.
So after you go back to the Whizbang Manor where you're at, you get changed, you do all your things, you get ready, and then it's like, yes.
So as we're changing, Glastoc's gonna go knock on Bryn's door.
Perfect.
Oof. Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, give me a second. And you hear Bryn like hurriedly getting ready, and she comes to the door and she's like, "Hello."
And this is gonna be one of the few times you actually see Glastoc wearing his glasses. Okay. And he's gonna say, I, I'm I I have something for you. And you can see he's stumbling over his words, and your Bryn's gonna realize that he's serious about this,
Uh-huh.
but um at the same time, he's a little hesitant to tell you why. Okay.
Oh,
He goes,
okay, Glastoc, just relax.
I need your armor for about 10 minutes.
Why?
I'm I'm going to put some protection on it for you.
Right?
Tips out
Do I
around.
have to not be wearing it?
Well, it would be easier if you weren't wearing it.
Wham! And I shut the door immediately. And you hear Bryn like clanking a couple, and at some point you hear her say the F word because she pinches herself on some of the stuff. And then she comes back and she's just wearing like clothes and her cloak again. She's
Okay.
like, "Well, here you
A-
go."
And so he just nods and he goes, I'll bring it back when I'm done. And then
Okay.
so he's going to Glasslock,
Thank you.
and you could see he's uncomfortable doing this because he knows he's going to have to explain it in a second. Okay.
Bryn
Aw.
is she trusts Glastock more than anybody in the world, but at the same time she's like, well, okay.
Okay. So, so Jay Glassick will take the armor back,
Mhm.
and then using his crafting ability, he's going to etch 2 runes onto Bryn's armor.
Okay. Got it.
The first one is a potency rune,
Yep.
which is so Carrie
Wow.
knows Bryn's armor
Yes.
class is going to go up by +1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The second one is a protection rune, and I'm going to wait until Glastock's explaining it to Bryn what it is. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you want me to make my crafting check here, Jay.
Roll it off. We'll
Okay.
just roll it off. After the game, we'll roll. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
We'll
Ooh.
just pretend that it works. We're
yeah.
sure
Well,
for sure.
I mean, he rolled a 24, so he's
Okay.
not worried.
Yeah, not worried at all.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because he's taking his time, and I think that's even without the bonuses that he gets for his crafting glasses.
Okay.
So
Okay. I like it.
yeah.
I like it. So yeah, 15, 20 minutes later. And say
Yeah.
kind
So yeah, so Glasslock brings the armor back, and it looks the same, except you can see that he has etched um, some symbols into the leather.
Very pretty,
And
Glastock. I didn't know you'd taken up leathercraft.
oh, it's not leathercraft. It's just to be honest, I mean, haven't had much of a family the last few years, and both you and Aviro have become like family to me. You know, brother, sister, however you want to explain it, but it's probably even more than that. So, while I was out with Timon, I took it upon myself because I feel that this is something both you and I are going to need in what may become an upcoming fight that we're going to have. And so he explains that. So the first thing I've done is I've made your armor stronger, and you're
Yeah.
more resistant now to
Yeah.
being hit. But more importantly, your armor is now resistant to acid. In case we get into a fight with Rocky, I just feel that this is something both you and I are going to need. I've done the same to my armor. I would do this for Aviro, except Aviro doesn't want to wear anything like that, and I
Armor.
understand that's because it interferes with his hocus pocus stuff, and plus half the time he's hiding behind something anyway. So,
Yeah.
um, but I just want I don't want anything to happen to you if it comes down to that kind of a fight with Rocky.
Glastock, I don't. If I'm being very honest, I'm not sure I remember the last time anybody did me a favor. Thank you.
And he just
This is
just kind of acknowledges it and doesn't even give her a chance to, like, if she wanted to reach out and touch him or anything. He basically just turns around and goes back to his room to finish getting ready.
Brynn is she was like just about to hug. It's like I'm okay. And she just like is continuing to look at the leather and is actually like very impressed at the craftsmanship and
Yeah. I'll explain later, Carrie, exactly what it is, but
the mechanics.
because
Perfect.
I'm hoping we're not going to run into him tonight, but who knows?
Pshaw.
Would the
That's
GM do
awesome,
something
dude.
like that?
Aw.
He
Yeah.
would. He would, and this
Yeah.
one would.
Oh,
Oh, I
thank
would,
you.
but
Aw.
not tonight. I think. Maybe not tonight.
That's a delight.
But
Thank you. Oh
I
my
It's
can't
god.
what
say
he
for
wants
sure.
you to think. No, I'm like-
How many times has a GM said
It's a
something
trap.
and
Yeah.
been evil and
It's
you
a
know
trap.
it's a trap?
Okay.
Amazing. That's all. Good job, Jim.
Aw.
Yes. So everyone's getting ready. So what does
Yeah.
so Pepper gets ready, runs
Yeah, I get
into
ready, and then
Aviro.
I also like smooth out Ren's bed and like fix it because I was staying there previously. I make
Mhm.
sure the room is clean. Even though it's all like it was trashed before, I clean it up and all of the miscellaneous things that I don't know where Ren would put things, I kind of shove them off into a corner. But I would clean the room before I would leave,
And-
make sure everything is all settled.
And when you were doing that earlier in the few days, it was that emotion of like you're missing Ren. You know, you were
Yeah.
just kind of like your friend is missing, and you remember that part that she had, and you're remembering a lot of the details and stuff that you did together because you would go shopping together on a regular basis and get unique
Yeah.
items and things like that.
Absolutely.
How's the Vero? Vero just poof and he's ready.
I mean, Mage Hand. He uses his Mage Hand to assist in his donning of robes and things like that. He doesn't just conjure them. But yeah, I mean, he's in his room and he gets his stuff on, and then he goes downstairs, and he is reading in the small library, waiting for everybody.
Hey. Anything else? Conversations or stuff before you make your way to the festival?
I think I'll conjure one of the flowers I can do. I think I can do a festive mistletoe.
Oh my god. Awesome.
Yeah, I think I can do a festive mistletoe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say I love this character?
Why, thank you.
99% of people would see like they could take festive mistletoe and go, "Psh, when would I ever need that?"
Right.
Not Pepper.
Not Pepper.
That sounds tight. I'm gonna take it.
Perfect.
I can hurt someone or festive mistletoe. But yeah, I would summon like a festive mistletoe just because the house has seen a lot of like break-ins and dreariness, and I don't want that to be the remnants of the home. So I put the mistletoe, like I put 2 mistletoes. One mistletoe, kind of like on Ren's desk, just because I think she liked that flower. And then one kind of like in the kitchen, like in the archway of the kitchen where most of the people are eating. Because lulls.
Amazing,
So
dude.
yeah, as you're getting ready and yeah, everyone kind of comes down, getting some last minute foods, you know, restocked the kitchen and stuff like that. And you're gonna head out. Does anyone mistakenly cross under the mistletoe at the same time?
No.
Glastoc makes sure he doesn't.
Well, I think before I put it up, I would just like take a sip of water or something and like clean everything up before I would kind of leave or teeter around the archway.
Aviro
And-
doesn't notice it.
Brynn has
and, like,
perfect
I'm gonna roll a
situational awareness.
percentile dice to see. Actually, yeah, I wanna. If everyone's okay with this, I just the humor is just-
Pre-gaming before we go.
yeah. Okay, Aviro, give me a D20 based off of my roll. Give me a D20.
Just a straight
please.
D20.
This is a straight D20. You rolled a 2?
A
I sure
2?
did.
Pepper
No dos.
and Aviro. Vero does not realize it, but both of you just kind of come right underneath the
Yes.
mistletoe at the
That's
same time.
perfect because they're probably like this
Yeah.
much different in height.
That's amazing.
I'm just drifting or like pouring
yeah.
pouring a wine before I
Doesn't
go.
even realize it. And you kind of stop in the archway together, you know, and
And go,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm
Do you want
sorry.
some wine?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, no,
I'll
thanks.
go left.
No,
You go.
what?
Okay.
I thought I was going
Oh,
left. Are you going
well,
left?
I was gonna.
You,
This is
Did you
when
want some-
Glastoc and Brynn kind of lean next to each other and kind of go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Aviro, your robes. Wow, dashing.
yes, thanks very much. Did you know that when we first arrived here in town, we were invited to a very, very fancy gala, and these are the robes that I purchased and then was reimbursed for unknowingly. Yes, they're very lovely. I think they're a great color. I rather enjoy the shade of blue, and
Oh yes.
I think the hat accents my ears quite nicely, in fact.
It definitely does. I love the shape too. It kind of makes your face more angular and sharp. So
That's it. I
big
was
fan.
not aware.
Yeah. Oh, and also the thread, the kind of lacing around your collarbone looks excellent.
I did ask for that
craftsmanship.
specifically.
Oh,
The
wow,
knotwork.
excellent
The knotwork
eye.
actually is very symbolic from my family. The three interwoven pieces are myself and my two sisters. And then you can see that the three gold threads are me and my two sisters, and then the white thread and the black thread are my parents.
Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. Oh, um, uh, did you want something from the kitchen, or I'm just leaving the kitchen, or
No,
if you
I'm
want a
fine.
glass, like more than
Oh
happy to.
no, I'm
Okay.
all right. I think I'm actually quite looking forward to the festivities. I hope there are games.
Oh, me too. I love games. Oh my goodness.
This will be much fun. I've not played games in ages.
Same. I look over, and I just kind of float and towards like Brynn and hand the rest of the bottle of the wine and go, for the cold,
Oh, yes. Thank you. Good way to warm up, I guess.
Glastoc, would you like some as well? Oh, that's a yes. And I float over.
As Glastoc doesn't drink wine, so
Glastoc,
but he doesn't want to be rude. So
you see Pepper floating, kind of like floating his glass of wine to your face.
That's amazing. Love it.
Tonight's
It just
entire
hovers.
episode is just in the kitchen.
Love it. What's more
Getting
festive
ready.
than
We're
that?
pre-gaming for the festival.
Oh my god, this is
That's
awesome.
great.
You gotta save money, right? Pre-game.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Amazing.
So yeah, after you
Sorry.
I'm just like, yeah, Aviro does not notice the mistletoe at all. It's just nothing. It's just kind of blank. Does Aviro or does Glastoc and Brynn say anything?
Yeah, for sure. Brynn is already a little bit in the sauce, and she'd be like, Aviro,
What?
I see you happened under the mistletoe there, son.
The what?
Look up. Well, go on then.
So he reaches up. He looks very confused. He reaches up and he pulls it down and he bites into it.
oh
No.
no.
That's not what it. No, it's not a snack.
Pepper looks over and goes, "How does it taste?"
Not good. It's very bitter.
Oh, you should
Why
put it
did you tell
back.
me to do this, Brynn?
It's a decoration.
I said look up, Aviro. I didn't say eat it. I said you're under the mistletoe. Don't you know what you're supposed to under the mistletoe?
Eat it?
Oh, God. Let's go to the festival.
Is it common
And
to
he puts it
eat
back up with a big
mistletoe
bite out of
here?
No. It's common to kiss somebody that you're under the mistletoe with.
Why?
Am I the only one who knows that Glastoc? Am I making this up in my head?
Oh, interesting. I wasn't
No,
aware.
that's in dwarven traditions also. So
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Why would you? For what point? What purpose? How
Because
did
it's
such a
fun.
custom even come about? What is it? All plants, or is it only one specific plant? Is it only within the
Typically
threshold
mistletoe.
between the kitchen and the foyer?
Yes.
Why? Why?
Oh, I mean, it's just very beautiful. I don't know. This is not a typical tradition from where I'm from as well, but
I don't understand. That makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway.
it really doesn't.
Tis
Pepper
the
kind of like
season.
empties the glass and kind of floats away. So I'm really excited to go and enjoy the evening with you all.
Let's go enjoy the festival.
Yeah.
So you make
From the
your
doorway, Aviro calls, "Come on, slowpokes!"
Amazing.
and you're making your way and you're kind of walking in and it's dark outside but the light starting to get dark and there is the lights of from Sandpoint are just shining in and listening off um the sea and stuff like that. And as you're walking, you come past that one sign that's with the mirror on it. Look at yourself as we look at you, and to remind them of behaviors and everything else. And as you kind of go in, there's a very, very festival. You hear music kind of happening. People are joyous, and it's a good festival where the entire town is having fun. The markets are out, and as I said, the people are the marketplace is out. There's a lot of people having food. There's vendors. There's shop owners that are out trying to sell some stuff. And it's just a fun, joyous time. There is some axe throwing. There's
Yes.
there is some other coin toss throwing, some ring throwing over the course. But I need a perception check from everyone, please.
Hey.
Everyone. Ooh.
I got a 26.
6.
Ooh, I got a
21.
34. It's a nat 20. Put it down, nat 20.
Hey, put it in the
I
spread.
also got a 34. I rolled an 18 plus 16.
Hey.
Hey.
Putting is something, hashtag.
Nice. Glastoc?
21.
Awesome.
Glastoc's refusing to open his eyes. Weird.
Nope. So as you're making your way through and having fun and stuff like that over the course of the next few hours, a few things that kind of pop up that you right away as you kind of get into town. Brynn, you notice where that beggar was that would have a little in the alleyway as you kind of get close. You notice that her stuff is there, but she's not.
Okay.
There's a group. You'll see an old gray-haired, very muscular, very hairy human. He just opened up his shirt a little bit. His shirt's kind of opened up a little bit, and he's drinking a lot. But he doesn't seem drunk, but he's just sad, sitting at one of the locations.
Sad, sexy Santa.
Close. It's got some shop, some
Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But there's, like I said, there's a lot of festivals. Brynn, you're gonna catch the axe throwing. What else does everyone else want to? You're gonna just be eating
all games.
Oh, I want to go and watch
games.
Brynn's magic of axe throwing.
Okay.
100%.
Yes.
Brynn,
Normally,
yes.
Normally, Glastoc would go to the axe throwing,
Mhm.
but with Aviro being this excited and willing to run off by himself, probably Glastoc's going to tag along with Aviro to make
Okay.
sure nothing happens to
Wise.
him.
He goes from
I mean,
one game to
Aviro will
another
stick with the
game.
group for a while.
Okay.
He'll
I
stick with the group for a while,
I
but
could
he's
see him just totally. Oh, look, skee ball.
this.
he might.
Gone.
He absolutely might.
Oh, and before it's Brynn's turn to like throw the axe.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what the sequencing of events is here, but before that happens,
Yep.
I look at Brynn and put my hand on her shoulder and go, "You're so strong, and I know I can believe in you, and you can do this, and I really, really, really want to win that prize."
That purple
That's
bear. I
amazing.
want that purple bear.
Are you are you having a spell on me, or is
And
this
then I'm
just
casting
encouragement?
guidance.
Okay. I thought you were about to be like, and that's it. Yes,
And
guidance.
What does Pepper's guidance smell like?
That's a
oh man, Pepper's guidance smell like spearmint, for
Okay.
sure.
Ooh.
It's
My
very much
favorite.
like it wakes you up, but also it's soothing and goes with the weather, so it kind of
Like-
goes with the brisk weather.
Not the
Clears your
scent,
throat.
but the feel of Vicks Vapor.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh,
Yes, the feel of Vicks Vapor Rub,
amazing.
but it smells like peppermint.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do one roll, and it's gonna encompass all the entire night. So Avero, you're gonna roll twice because you've got like 30 games. But we're just gonna kind of for Brynn, give me one axe throw. So dexterity plus your whatever dagger. If you have a dagger,
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
give me a
Yeah.
D. Give me your attack roll.
Here I go. It's a 34.
Ooh.
Okay,
Plus
Plus
guidance.
the +1.
plus one.
Plus the plus
35.
one.
Yes. I'm so
It makes a
close.
difference.
I always forget magic shit. I'm sorry.
So was
Okay.
there any betting going on in this particular process?
100%.
Absolutely.
Did you deceive and basically start play someone for a game?
Bryn would have sandbagged. She's a hustler, 100%. She would have sandbagged her first couple of throws and be like, "Well, I guess I'm just a girl. I can't throw." And then when the
over
time really comes,
over the course of several games, you win 200 gold.
yeah. Oh,
Oh.
mark it down,
Yeah,
bitches.
yeah.
Let's go.
And
All
people
right.
love and hate you. There are a few adventurers
Yes.
that hate you, are just like annoyed with you about how they got
Hey.
hustled.
They hate me because they ain't me. Let's
Yep,
go.
exactly.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, and I'm cheering and
Yep.
spreading all the cheer and drawing all this attention because
Avir-
we
yeah.
deserve it.
Yes. And when I get close to Pepper, I'm like, "Thank you for the guidance."
And I look over and it goes, "Thank me with a drink instead." And
Awesome.
I loop my arms around her and just kind
Yes.
of like
We
pull
go
her
and get
towards.
mulled warm wine at a stand.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
we do that.
That's terrific.
How many contests does Bryn do? Is it like 5? Is it like 10?
Oh yeah.
I guess she would have probably intentionally like dumped on the first maybe 1 or 2 and then just won it all back and then
Okay.
some.
So after the second one, where Bryn, you're not very good at this, and Avira wanders off.
Yes, you're right. I'm
does it-
terrible.
And
Stranger who I've never met.
What's Aviro's roll? A D20 roll. A throw. Just give me a D20
Wait.
plus what's your normal proficiency? Yes.
my what?
We'll come in a second. Glastoc, what?
So because Glasslock's tagging along. Actually, I had the exact same idea that Avril did.
Okay.
And so he's casting guidance on, but guidance actually has a range of 30. So he doesn't. You don't have to touch him. So Glasslock's actually. Yeah, I know. Glasslock's standing back and he's just like acting like he's drinking and cheering Aviro on, but that's how he's casting the guidance towards him and stuff. So
Do you have
So
a
what do you need
give
from
me
me?
give me a dagger throw?
I don't have a dagger.
So
it'd be your dex.
your dex. So yeah.
Just a dex.
Yeah. D20 plus your dex.
Well, that's another nat 20 for +4. So, that's 2 in a row. That's probably all my nat 20s.
So you got the big pink bear. No, I'm sorry. The big purple sheep.
Giant purple sheep.
Giant purple sheep that's in the corner. That was one of the large. There's a pink purple sheep and a
Oh, is this the throw the darts, pop the balloons?
Sure, yeah.
Throw the darts, pop the balloons, because he always would conjure his dart with his mage hand and then throw at the back of the doors. So
That's
he's really good at the dart throw.
And you win a whole bunch of stuff. Like you have like
an armload.
You have an armload of just
wow,
like little stuff and big stuff, and you are just on fire the entire night.
And Glastoc's carrying the sheep.
Yes.
He makes Glastoc carry the sheep while he's got all the other things in his arms. You'll have to send me a list of the stuff.
Glastoc actually would do that despite the fact he probably really wouldn't want to, only because it makes Aviro so happy.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's oh my gosh.
So,
the friendship.
I love
is
this.
strong.
Getting back, there was a question. What did Brynn win for Pepper?
Oh, whatever bear thing she wanted. Didn't she mention that she wanted like one of the stuffed animals?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Pepper's got a big bear.
Yep. And of course our mulled spiced wine.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
As the evening kind of goes,
That's
there is a
amazing.
little bit of rustle. You hear some commotion towards like the Adventurers Guild a little bit. Some soldiers and the militia kind of moving and seem to have stopped a disturbance, something that was going on. And there was a small little disturbance, but you could hear it in the distance, but it got settled, so to speak.
Ooh.
Um,
So if I'm still with Bryn,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Fire lonesome at the moment.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are we walking or are we chilling off
I
somewhere?
imagine we're walking, kind of people watching.
walking.
I would think.
Yeah,
Walking,
I think
talking.
so. Pepper looks around and sees a lot of fun festivities, festive vibes for sure.
Yes.
And Pepper looks over and like just brings Bryn a little closer and goes, "Ah." And the exhale kind of morphs into like a shape of another flower and goes away.
Now there is a trick.
Yeah, it's certainly a trick. And I like sip on the mulled wine.
And I would look over and be like, "You're all right."
I have been thinking
Yeah.
for maybe not a while, maybe not that long. Um, hmm, I have a friend, and it's been a while
Stop it,
since
Jeff.
this friend and I have seen each other.
Yeah.
And this friend was telling me about their friend. And this friend said they had some, I don't know, thoughts, um, feelings about their other friend. And I didn't know what type of advice to give to that friend. So I don't know what to my friend with their other friend. What type? What you see? Kind of Pepper just kind of twirling like
Bryn
her finger
smiles
in
and
the
she just
air.
Bryn
And
smiles and she looks over and she's be like, "I think you should tell him or her.
the friend. Hmm.
I think whoever your friend is, they need to be transparent and open and honest. It's never bad to let the feelings out. I mean, it could go two ways, I suppose, but at least then it's out in the open. You've said, or sorry, your friend said,
Yeah,
needs
it's
to
my
say it.
friends, not me.
Of course not. Of course not. And
Yeah.
Bryn takes another sip of wine.
You see Pepper kind of hesitant, but like kind of taking in what Bryn is saying, like hesitant, but also kind of changes some of the heat coming out of her wine and just kind of morphing it into like little deer kind of walking around the lid of the glass and just sipping it and goes, yeah, so I agree with your advice. There are two ways it could go about. So what if my friend
Which friend? Do any of the people in this tale have names?
Oh, they have names. I just, like don't I
Right.
feel like I need to be respectful of
Of course.
their
I'm doing my best to follow, dear.
title. Absolutely. I mean, we can go friend one and friend two,
Friend
if that
one, friend
helps.
two is perfect.
Okay, so let's say friend one is honest about their feelings, and you said it could go one of two ways. One way is maybe the feelings are returned, maybe, and the other way maybe they're not. So
Yes.
if they are friend one does not have their feelings returned, um, do you think it'll make things awkward for their friend, which is friend two?
I mean, maybe for a while, but all things pass. Time heals all wounds, even awkward wounds, I think.
It's just
Again, it's not worth keeping inside because then you could go to your grave and you'd never know what would have happened, you know?
yeah, it's just how much time. And she looks you up and down. She goes, "It doesn't seem like your wounds have healed yet."
Well, I mean, it takes time. And some things you never entirely get over, but I am who I am, and I've said what I needed to say to just about everybody I've needed to say things to. I'm more or less happy, I guess. I'm at least content. I'm comfortable within myself. And if I kept everything inside, I don't know what to do. I would probably drink a hell of a lot more than I do, which would not be good.
Right. Well, I will let my friend contemplate on that.
You are
They're
kidding
quite
me,
studious,
Pepper.
though.
Before you leave us, you absolutely need to assign names to these people. I need to know.
It's friend one and friend two. Very respectful upon their discretion for sure, as I am to you and to
Yes.
everyone else in the natural ones.
Mom's the word
Mhm.
forever and ever.
Mom is a word. And at that moment, Pepper continues to sip
Mhm.
her drink and go, right, so tell me about this other man of yours. And then just continues walking.
Yeah, and then Bryn would laugh and start to tell all about him and where they
Yeah.
met and all of that stuff. And I imagine that's kind of as they walk off. That's where
Mhm.
it fades
On a
out.
scale of 1 to 10, how is
11.
all right?
And
On
the
a scale
fade
of
to
1 to
black would
broken
say,
bed.
1 to nat 20.
That's awesome.
I love
Um,
it.
and as the evening is going, the Glastoc, Brynn, and Aviro, you notice two things. One, there is a few people that have a glowy, shimmering whiteness around them. So it's
Same that we've seen before.
yes, it is exactly what you've seen before.
Is it the same people?
Um, no, it's yes and no.
Okay,
There's
some of the
some
people
of
are
the
the
same
same, some are not.
people
Okay.
because you're not seeing all the same people, but then there's
Mhm.
actually um it's more people.
Like we're noticing it more frequently.
Yes. There's more people in the town because they're out in the festival. Some of them are shop workers, some of them are just people. And it's not a lot, but it's definitely here and there, but you're noticing a few more.
Okay. Okay.
Um
Okay.
and there's like I said, the shiny ghosty thing around them, but they're acting like normal and they don't even know. But you see the shimmering around them. Uh,
Glastoc.
Yeah, I see it too.
Glastoc. He's looking over his arm.
Whereas Glasshock he's just got this big purple, and he
I
just
just
says, "Yeah, yes, I see it too."
like from the shot is arms holding this thing. You don't see your head. You just see
Right.
arms holding this thing, and just I see it too.
Yep.
Yeah, you see this purple sheep with little dwarf legs moving down the street.
Oh, very much so.
Accurate, don't you think?
I love it.
And then, Aviro, you hear, Aviro? As your sister
shit.
Mari is there with Glastoc's uncle at the festival.
I thought you were at the Mari. I thought you were at the Get Better place. The
Yes, we
The
we have a
institution.
special.
Thank you.
We have a special. It's a festival time, so we're able to come out and enjoy the festival for a short period of time. As
Do you have
during-
handlers?
What? Well,
Do you have
yeah,
handlers? They just let you
yes.
roam on your own?
They're here.
Jay, do they have a glow about them?
No, they do not.
Good. Okay.
Mari, have you noticed people with a sort of ghostly glow about them?
No, no,
Really?
no.
Are you sure?
Am I sure?
Pay attention. Pay attention. Well, pay
Liar.
attention next time.
And she comes up
Eh?
to you and puts her hands on your kind of like around the in between like the things and is just like What happened the last time you asked if I was sure?
All right, you pushed me down the well, and I was down there for 4 hours, and I was very scared, and it was very cold, and I promised I would never doubt you ever again.
I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm allowed to drink, so you better be buying your big sister a drink.
All right.
Oh,
And he's looking around. My arm's
One. I'm
full.
allowed one.
All right. Glastoc, lead the way, I suppose. Glastoc, we're going for a drink, I guess.
What does and I'm sure as soon as
Oh, you're
the
probably
word
talking to
they're
your uncle.
yeah, and well, I was going to say as soon as the word comes out that they're allowed one drink, I'm sure Glasslock's uncle was like, you know,
Hand me your mug.
and so he hands him the mug, and so Glasslock will turn to Aviro's sister and say, "And what does the lady drink?"
Uh,
Actually, before you do that,
mhm.
where's my gear? Don't I have? I do. He hands her his flask of fellowship.
Oh, I was looking for some elderberry wine, but okay.
Try it.
And
Try
she,
it.
and she tries it.
And it's elderberry wine.
Oh, of course. That's awesome.
It's
oh, that's sick.
and then she conjures a glass and then pours it into the glass and
Mhm.
then gives it back. And she's actually
Mhm.
carrying a glass right now.
And he takes a sip. That Earl Grey is just excellent.
Only a Philistine drinks wine out of a glass.
Mhm.
Or she has a glass.
Glasslock has so many questions now because Glasslock did not know Aviro had such a thing.
Well, you always have your mug. I didn't think you
But
wanted.
you're holding out? What is this?
Well, fine here.
And so what so if Glasslock takes a swig, what is it?
You tell me, because it's whatever. It's
Okay. So it's
flask of drink that pours from the glass happens to be exactly what the target would like.
that's kind of interesting because he
Awesome.
would go the first sip, he'd be wondering what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I would assume it's probably similar to the steel cloak ale that comes out of the mug that he has.
Yep.
So he'd probably
You
be
get
like,
this.
That's
how did you
awesome.
get this?
It's a little different.
Yeah. So,
Magic.
So awesome, dude.
So yeah, so your uncle and sister are out and enjoying, and you're spending time with them. I see. Eventually, you meet up, or is it just one of those after several hours you kind of just meet up and
I think
see?
we meet up. I think we probably meet up.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure cross with Brynn and Pepper a couple of times is he's ping ponging between the different
Oh, yeah.
games and stuff like
100%.
I mean,
that.
it's probably
So
not a
Oh,
very
yeah.
big festival.
Bye, Glastoc. Bye, Glastoc.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice
Vero's
conversation.
pile gets bigger and
you
bigger.
just see Glasslock walking with this big sheep. Help.
Help.
Me.
Ooh, another one.
Oh,
Is there anything else at the festival that you're looking at doing or wanting to do?
Walking
there-
Winning
charcuterie.
prizes.
a walking charcuterie, and also, are there any like little souvenirs from the festival? Are there any
Oh, yeah.
like little
Ooh,
like
Oh,
like
yeah.
little cute charms or something.
yes, the charm, like a little
trinkets?
wooden yes.
Friendship bracelets.
Friendship bracelets.
God, very much so. Yes.
Some little doodad that says like Winterfest 2024. Or something, I
Yep.
don't know.
Yeah.
Fun fact, one of the food booths at the fair that I'm at right now has lavender lemonade,
Oh, so good.
dragon fired creme brulees, and
Oh,
charcuterie on a stick.
yep.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's nice.
I was like, yes.
Nice.
nice.
So I want all of that.
Yep. And as you're just kind of going around and doing that, um,
Creme
But
brulee
sh-
on a stick.
ooh,
Oof.
as you kind of make your way, eventually you go back and you spend a little bit of time at the Rusty Dragon having some drinks and kind of actually having to sit down, relaxation. And I just picture you're in the booth with like everything is on the side and up the top with all these stuffed animals. You're all sitting there, having a little bit of bite to eat, drinks and just a quick sit down to rest. And You notice that the two of the waitresses are glowing, but not Grandma. Grandma is not. Grandma Halfling isn't glowing, but the other two are glowing.
But they've been
Okay.
glowing before. Like
Yes.
Glastoc had seen them glowing before.
Yes, you've seen them glow before.
Yeah,
but they are-
sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. We can't figure out why.
And as you're
Can I make an
glowing,
Arcana check to see what's going on, or to see if I can figure out what's going on?
you can try. Yeah. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Like this idea.
Yeah, what is this glow?
And Pepper, you're not seeing it at all.
At all?
Nope, you don't see it at all.
27.
Okay.
27. Pepper, I won you this pig.
Oh! I grab the pig. It's so cute.
Squeeze
and
it. Squeeze it.
I squeeze it.
It oinks.
Oink, oink.
And then I grab the bear and go, "Oh, here, Brynn won this bear."
Sure
For
did.
me?
For me.
Oh, it's very wonderful. I love it.
This is show and tell, not show and keep.
Yeah, I would like
I
it
wasn't
back
sure.
though.
Here
I
you are.
also won 200
you.
gold. Drinks for the table, please.
Ooh.
Bananas.
Oh,
Is this my first time meeting Mari?
oh,
Yes.
it might be.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
Glastoc,
Pepper,
I think.
Pepper, this is my sister Mari. Mari, this is my
Oh,
very
your
good friend Pepper.
sister. That's great.
Pepper's wonderful. Do you know that she knows more about the inverse square theorem of Fermiot's magical incantation than anyone else I've ever met?
Well, not all of Fermiar's magical incantations, but a little bit of a fan here and there. Sometimes I do dabble, but
She's
not too
amazing.
much. Oh, I mean,
She's amazing, Mari.
if
I cannot
I
tell you.
have, oh, I cannot. I just we keep showering each other with like compliments.
That's
Mari's like,
amazing.
so
A compliment war.
this is the person you spoke about from the library, is it not? In Schmaltmar?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
she's the
yes,
one who
the
helped with the
library.
librarian. Absolutely, yes.
Very nice. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. What do I smell? Do I smell her?
Oh, okay. So,
She smells like
she
a
smells-
little cleansed.
Yeah.
Oh,
she smells also like parchment and ink
Okay,
and books because
okay.
she's also a mage.
Uh-huh.
But she also smells like moss and dirt, and because she's far more outgoing and adventurous than Aviro is.
Aw.
And you smell just a whiff of swampy, just like that just the lingering smell of a little bit of a like a swamp weed.
Standing water.
Yeah,
Swamp weed, like swamp weed.
Swamp. Not that type of swamp.
Swamp weed.
Oh, sorry.
Like- Like
No,
Like
swamp
the
water.
Swamp
Got it.
water and the
Like
kind of
bog water?
weed- Yeah,
Vegetation.
vegetation.
Okay.
Bong
cool.
water?
Not bog water. No.
No.
Rocky
Bog.
water. How about that? There you go.
Rocky water.
Bog water.
Oh, Rocky water.
Rocky water?
Yeah, Rocky water. Just
Rocky's pool.
Rocky's just a little bit of Rocky's pool water.
Got it. All right.
The remnants.
Pepper takes a mental note.
Because she was, both of them were, captured and mental and
Yeah.
magically. So it was,
Yeah.
there was a little, and that's what's kind of they're working through that within the institute. They're working through the stuff that making sure that their memories are, and because they were involved with Rocky, there was, like I said, there's a little bit of stuff left. over.
Mari,
Aw.
quick question for you.
Yes.
You have time. The man that you saw me talking to, I think you probably saw me talking to him, yeah? He's about yay high, very handsome.
The other
an
one,
elf.
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The quiet one.
How's he doing? Is he still he's still in the hospital, but like how
It's they didn't
is
let
he?
him out. And it appears that he's a criminal, so they wouldn't let him out
You don't say.
by himself. But he seems to be doing good. He's yeah. It sounds like he's getting better. No, hasn't been an outburst in a while.
Okay. Any whispers of well, they're probably I guess they're not just gonna let him out. Any whispers on when he gets out of the actual hospital?
I think we're going to be out maybe next month or next week, and I think he's going to be next month.
Thank you. I haven't been in a couple of days, so
No worries. No worries. How's Aviro?
Vero is, he's a Vero, all right, and
My ears start tingling.
yeah,
Mhm.
Aviro is as smart as ever, and he is always very brave.
Good.
Ugh.
That's very good.
Oh, anyway, but no, he's doing phenomenally well. He's a valued member of our team.
Good. That's good to hear. Good to hear.
And you, I look over at Glastoc's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably not going to talk much.
Wow, I see some similarities. Definitely family.
Well, you can say that he was. We're more on the same tier of the family, kind of the outskirts of the family. Being both magically inclined, so our clan isn't so magically inclined, but unless so um, so yeah,
That sounds beautiful. Excellent. Nice to meet you.
very
So,
nice to
what's your
meet you.
favorite season?
That's a good question. I would probably say maybe fallish with the leaves and the stone after a melt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Love that
fall.
new iron season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that frost comes off the iron, and it's just that that fog of
Tangy.
yes, yeah.
That's great to know. Glasslock is your favorite season also fall? Same as your uncle's?
Oh, probably. It's not too hot, not too cold. Um, it's a good time of the year.
I also love autumn because that's the beginning of school.
Is it?
It's right
Do
after
they?
summer break.
Oh, yes, some schools for sure.
If you're forced to take a summer break, sometimes they allow you to take summer
Yeah,
courses, but
typically I just kind of go through the year. It's just how
oh,
else am I
you're
supposed
so
to spend my time?
lucky. Oh, they make me take a break during summer. It's awful.
Oh, I mean, we do have a break now and then, but I kind of stay a bit cooped up myself sometimes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
So yes, as you're sitting there, you hear some rumblings that Sebastian was talking about, and you heard from the that kind of the rumors that one of the people that were staying at the Rusty Dragon has gone missing. A scholar or researcher. Um,
Oh
he was a
no.
student of history, has developed some unusual theories. He he was
I know who this person is.
investigating. Yeah, he was from
Do I know who?
Orvin. His name was Rivza Delitro, which I will throw into chat.
Oh
Um,
no.
he was a student of history and philosophy who developed some unusual theories about compulsive murderers and his reference as
Jesus.
pattern killers.
Wow,
Um,
serial killers.
and he's
Well-
basically investigating serial killers and was looking at the Chopper mysteries here in Sandpoint. And but he's gone missing. He hasn't come back in a few days, so they're a little concerned, but they're not doing anything, you know.
Well, when
that
one
shot?
investigates serial killers, what can one expect? Hazard of the job, I suppose.
He got chopped. I know it.
Well, the Chopper's been dead for years.
Oh, well.
That's what they want you to believe, Brynn.
Yeah. You're probably right. You never know. Maybe he became the chopper. He got so obsessed with his research that he had to carry on the tradition, eh?
That's brilliant. What if there's been a whole series of choppers?
Yes.
You'll never take me alive, Chopper.
Bryn is laughing because Bryn is very drunk, and this is extra funny when you're drunk.
Mhm. Um, yeah, so the evening kind of goes. Quick question for Bryn though. Does Bryn sneak off or during her axe throwing, or does she try to make any more contacts with the Fat Man feed in this
The
evening?
what?
The Fat Man's feed location. That's where the scoundrels are that you were
Oh,
trying to.
hell yeah, I'm going to the Fat Man's feed. I'm gonna go, yeah, probably, I guess as we kind of get late into the night, Bryn would,
Later in. Okay.
yeah,
All
Bryn
right.
would excuse herself and she would make her way over there.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Aviro was telling Mari all about Pepper.
Okay.
Pepper is trying to get more information about Glastoc's uncle and kind of analyze the two to see how similar they are.
You know
I
that
will say,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as Bryn leaves, she gives one last look back at the table and she sees Aviro, who is reunited with Mari, and they're laughing, and sees Glastoc reunited with his uncle, and they're laughing, and it's just they're very happy. And as she's walking away, she kind of is acutely aware of the fact that Tib is not there, and
Aw.
kind of just
Oh.
walks away out of the bar.
I would, if you were probably just excusing yourself, because they're actually within an hour or two that they, after sitting down and talking, they're going to have to leave and go back to the sanctuary. So they didn't have a limited. They had a limited time that they
Sure,
were
sure,
going to be there. So you would, if you wanted to leave and come back, or
during
be, yeah.
whatever, yeah, during
However,
that time.
that they, yeah, eventually they have their escorts that they're watching them come, and they're like, it's time to go back, and
Aw.
it's starting to get a little late too. And as they kind of um they say their goodbyes, and they, miss you. It looks like maybe next week they might be getting out. So, and they have
Oh,
plans to go take some more rest to go home after they leave. And if there's anything they would like to say, you would like messages you would like to give family members, let
oh,
them know.
yes, yes, yes. Hi to Mummy and Daddy, uh, and to Brizadia, our other sister. But really, would you perhaps speak to the headmaster again, just to see maybe if I'm done, I could come back?
And she looks at you and says, remember, how long has it been? You've been
I
out?
mean, for me, it's been over a year. But I went back in time and I was by myself for over a year, and now I'm in forward in time. I mean, really, that should count. That should count.
It doesn't.
I think that should count.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Call it extra credit.
You know, I like extra
Wow.
An
credit.
extra intern.
I do like extra internships.
Unpaid.
Yes.
All right.
Anyways, but I will see you before we leave again. So, and they say their goodbyes and they're let off and do things. Little bit time later, Bryn, as you're walking out, you hear some more rustling sound, and some more complaints of people as a group of adventurers are walking down the road. And this particular group of adventurers are, they're just, they're, they look like, let me give you a description of what we've seen. There's four of them.
Mm.
Or no, excuse me, there's five of them.
Mm-hmm.
One is a male human. He
Ah,
is definitely wearing some large armor and has a power shield on his back.
oh,
He's wearing
damn.
breastplate armor. He is big and just built, and he seems to be he's just kind of sitting there in kind of the front. He's just kind of cheerfully just like, yeah, but he's kind of got this attitude of superiority.
Oh,
Then
a
there is
frickin' cleric, no doubt.
no,
Paladin.
Oh,
he's
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
definitely it's he's
A
got a big,
paladin, some doubt.
yeah, he's got a big
Pathfinder, his
sign
champion.
of Omadai, which is a peace and like inner development on his shield. So he's a follower
Oh,
of a particular deity.
okay.
Then you find an Axe Clan Shinanti human male, so it's one of the tribes in the areas. Very, very loose. I mean, big, strong, muscular, with just some furs, carrying a big old it's like hide armor and just some strange edged weapon that's kind of a. And he just kind of grabs different things out of someone's hand and starts drinking it, and just pushes some people out of the way. And then behind,
like being rude, like being a jerk.
kinda, yeah.
Uh,
And then you see this halfling male walking around and with a little monkey on his shoulder, just kind of walking around and just kind of like doo doo doo, all kind of chipper, definitely probably a little drunk.
Okay.
You see an elven male, with clearly, um, like a long trench coat with some bottles and alchemist type stuff around his belt and backpack, and he seems to be a trickster type. Very, very trickster, very, very smiley, nicey, and then just basically pulling pranks and stuff like that. Um, and then finally, there is a female, Urine, Urine. She is like a sea creature. Um, she's like female, but like a little bit more uh I want to like her color is a little bit more greenish, and when it comes to
okay,
stuff, and a little taint color green, tainted or tinted. That's the word. Tinted.
gotcha.
Um, and a lot of people, you hear some names coming about called the Wrecking Crew, like the Wrecking Crew again. And people have talked about the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew several years ago were an adventurer group that helped out in Salt Marsh, or excuse me, in Sandpoint. And they did some heroic stuff here. They were given champion level, status. They were all, and then they kind of got it went to their head,
Huh.
and they are just kind of this, we're the best in the land, and just kind of
Uh,
do a whole bunch of just not so great things, but not evil things to the townspeople. They take
being
advantage of them.
assholes.
They're just, yeah, they're a little bit of the asshole type.
Okay.
And they're just kind of walking around and doing different things and enjoying drinks, and they're definitely drinking. And
Okay.
as you see them as you're going to the fat man.
Hmm. Make a mental note. To remember their faces.
Okay.
Logged away for later. And I heard someone call them the Wrecking Crew.
Yep, the Wrecking Crew.
Okay. And I would imagine Bryn would on the way through ask like if there was like a like if they shoved like a person,
Yeah.
Bryn would like help them up and would kind of say like who's that? And that's how she kind of
Yeah,
gleans that like
it's the Wrecking Crew, the champions. The champions, yes.
some champion.
Oh, well, you know, yeah, it's them, but yes.
Hmm.
We,
And Bryn, yeah, that's mental notes.
yep.
Mental notes.
But yeah, so as the festival's kind of starting to wind down a little bit, it's still it's later that night, so it's just the late night. Some of the booths are starting to close and things like that. What's the crew at the Rusty Dragon doing? As Aviro and Pepper and Glastoc are there, just finishing up some drinks and a whole bunch of uh gifts, one and stuffed animals, plushies.
Oh, Pepper's
Uh,
just continuing asking like all of these like questions, like who's closest with whom, like trying to get to know everyone a little bit more. Just kind of like, what
Yeah.
food will you not touch? Like,
I, yeah, I was gonna say, so while Glastock and his uncle were talking, if Pepper was asking
Hmm?
questions, because Pepper probably wouldn't know like Glastock's whole history with his family.
no.
So so she would get gleans of information of like because of his magic ability, that's why he left. He and his uncle are kind of like the black sheep in the family because they can cast spells. So it's little things like that. So that's why the two of them, I don't want to say are tight, but Glastock looks up to his uncle because when he needed help, it was his uncle who helped him as opposed to his father.
Aw.
So, um, so after they leave, I'm sure Pepper has questions about that. So
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah.
You also learn that Aviro and Mari are very close in age. She's only a few decades older than him, but their older sister,
Decades.
Yeah.
but their older sister is like a century older than the both of them. She's quite older, and so wasn't really around a whole lot while they were growing up, so they don't really know her as well.
Oh.
But and that their parents, the father is a worked the two parents worked for an elven weaponsmith, and the mother
Mm.
did like gem work, and the father was an enchanter for the
Whoa.
weaponsmith,
Super
a famous
cool.
one in Absalom, the name of which I don't think we ever came up with.
Someday we'll
Someday it'll
The
be
one you've
important.
heard of. Everyone's heard of.
Yeah.
One that you've heard of.
Yep.
If you've ever been to Absalom.
Yep.
Probably not. And Pepper goes, between the two sisters, which one are you closest with? Are you closest with Mari just because of the age? Or
Oh, absolutely, Mari. I'm much closer to Mari. Yes, she was always the one pushing me to get outside. I'm still cross at her for that.
well, she does seem like someone who likes to evolve and expand her horizons, so
She's
it does
very
make
adventurous.
sense.
She's very adventurous. She's what we call an extrovert.
I know the type well. But then asking like more questions. Like very random ass questions. It's like, so what was your foolish memory? Like just really going down like all of these like lists of questions.
I don't have any foolish memories. All of my memories are quite sensible, I would say.
Ooh. And then eyes dart over to Glastoc. What was your foolish memory?
Foolish memory?
Foolish.
Probably running away from my family and joining the army.
Pepper puts her arm on like on his shoulder and rubs it. Another round here, please.
Yup.
Okay.
Well, the best part about something foolish is you can fix it now if you like. So that's nice.
Well, you know, part of the reason why I left is, my father didn't tried to keep my abilities under wraps, and
Oh,
because it was bad for the family name. So,
Glastock, I'm so sorry. That's
I'm as
terrible.
well.
Magic should never be repressed.
Absolutely.
you know, there are families, clans of dwarves that produce great casters and stuff, but our family was not. We weren't supposed to be one of those. So,
But what if you turn out to be a great caster?
That's true.
well, then maybe I'll be able to return and say, "See, I did make something of my abilities." But until that day comes, I'll just continue to be with you guys.
Well, I like you just the way you are.
Well,
Same.
thank you, Avira, and thank you, Pepper.
I look around. Where's Brynn? She
She's
does this
gone.
quite often.
She does
She's
do this
gone.
quite often. She just disappears. We don't know where she goes. She shows up the next morning with cuts and bruises. It's
Oh, should we look for Brynn?
Oh no, she doesn't want to be found.
Oh,
You don't
how
know
do
me.
you know that?
I asked her. I
Maybe.
asked her one morning. I said, "When you disappear, where do you go?" She said, "It's very, very non-committal." And I said, "Well, what if we're worried about you? If we need to find you, you should tell us where you go." And she said, "I don't want to be found, Aviro." With that inflection in her voice, you know the one.
Yeah,
impression.
that exertion and tone, I totally, yeah, absolutely. I
She
get
likes her
it.
alone time, I've discovered.
Is that more so now or before?
I think she's always liked her alone time. Wouldn't you say, Glastock?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I see.
And as that conversation, the camera pans to Brynn at the Batman feeds, CD bar, drinking. As someone comes up to her, puts his hand on her shoulder and goes, "Hey, baby."
Oh, oh,
Bryn
Well,
kinda
he's gonna lose that hand.
oh, yeah. I'll let
That's
So
the price
Brynn
for
is-
tonight.
Bryn is past happy drunk now. And she looks over at him and she would just say, I will give you exactly 5 seconds to go somewhere.
I can
where
last
will no
longer than
longer
5
see you."
seconds, dear.
And is he like leaning over the
oh yeah,
bar?
oh yeah.
oh.
Bryn would stab down into his fucking hand.
A knife or
Yeah.
a dagger. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And then a fist fight, brawl just starts happening, which just
Oof,
happens.
Yes. 100%.
Give me an attack roll with your dagger, number 1. Number 2, give me an unarmed attack.
The dagger attack is a 34.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
You
So his hand is stuck to the bar.
yes, it is
Yes,
stuck to
he's
the
screaming.
bar.
And you said unarmed?
Yeah, you're unarmed.
I'm so sorry to ask this again. I do not know how to unarmed attack
Uh,
because I'm bad.
So just roll your dagger again. Roll your
Okay.
dagger attack again.
Sounds great. Can do be.
In your weapons, it should say if you look on your weapons, it'll tell you whether you're trained or untrained.
She's
Yeah.
trained in unarmed.
Yeah, and it's basically like using your dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's considered a agile finesse weapon. So
Great. In this case, it is a 23 to attack.
Okay. So as there's a fight that's just kind of breaking out. A lot of people are getting beat up. You're doing pretty well. You're actually doing really well. You, like I said, you're doing your
Bryn's really in
Candace.
her element right now.
yes. She's getting some stuff off her chest too, because
Yes.
Yeah.
there's a
yeah.
punch
I
going.
wonder what
Where's
Bryn's up
Timon?
to.
Where's Timon? Where's Timon?
Boo, boo.
I've heard she likes her alone time.
Fuck her.
There's
All
like
the intercutting.
guys around it.
Yeah, exactly. The intercutting between.
It gives her a sense of peace.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just picturing.
I think she just walks around by herself, all
There's
alone.
always like cuts and
She
bruises
ducks
on her
the
when she
chair as it
returns.
flies.
Mashes
It's
someone's
hit.
head on the table.
I love this scene.
After like a few minutes, the militia show up and kind of break it up. And they're
Okay.
looking around and they're kind of like, all right. And they kind of like, who instigated it? And there's like 1 or 2 fingers that point towards Brynn. And they're like,
Who's
all
pointing
right,
to the guy?
Yeah.
This is a conspiracy, and they're in on it.
And
I didn't.
the one thing you do know is that the one guy that's in the back corner that you suspected to be kind of the leader looks
Yes.
at you and gives you a wink.
Oh,
Is that the
did he?
the knife hand guy?
No, it's not the knife hand guy.
Oh,
Is
okay.
like.
This is the
So, like, it-
contact that you've been looking for.
Oh.
And he gives you a
Oh.
wink, like, and a thieves' cant of like, well done.
Oh, good. Thanks. I feel really accomplished right now. And Brynn is like trying to explain herself and not doing a very good job because her
Oh,
blood
she's
is still
just
kind of
drunk.
up. And
And it so happens that Vorn, the head
Sheriff Bourne.
Vorn comes in too because he's on duty right now. And he's like, he's looking at everyone. All right. Who Gila's hand up, all right. Whose dagger is this? Brynn Broad.
Couldn't tell you.
They're saying Brynn Broad River.
My name is legit on it. Like,
They're
I
like they're
couldn't
pointing at
Property
you.
of.
He recognizes you too. He's like, is the rest of your group here?
no,
Are they in town?
couldn't say.
Because if they were, I might let you go.
Yes, they
But
are.
now that we're gonna go down to the station first.
No. There's no need for that. Hey, what's that over there? And Brynn tries to run.
And he grabs you and just yanks you back.
Fuck.
Nice
The rusty
try.
dragon. The rusty dragon.
Nice try. Just sit here for a second. Where would they be?
Rusty dragon.
No, over to. We're gonna take a trip down to the station, the jail, just to. I just need a little bit of paperwork, and your buddies can pick you up.
Terrific.
All right.
Thank you for your leniency. How's the hand, fucker? On the way out the door.
Oh.
You had 5 seconds.
I gave him a chance. Brynn was excessively kind.
And so as you are um moving down and stuff, you're being escorted, and it's late. You're being escorted down to the jail. A little bit later, as you're kind of sitting there, a militia person comes in, and Glastoc is stepped away for a moment. So we'll get to something else. As Glastoc went to the head, because he had to relieve himself.
Ooh,
So
that's the cool guy.
A lot of
where you say
drinking.
Bathroom.
Ooh,
yes.
yeah.
But Aviro and Pepper, you're sitting there as this
Yeah.
rowdy bunch of adventurers walk in.
Mhm.
You know, several humans. You know, very, very. The wrecking crew there. They go sit in the corner and they're just doing their thing, having more drinks.
Pepper goes, oh, while Glastoc is off, I just wanted to show you. I would like a second opinion. I pull out.
Is
like,
it just the two of them?
Yes.
Yeah, I pull out a the travel friendship bracelets for like each one of us, and it says Sandpoint Winter Solstice. We got Frosty on the other side. Very touristy, but something to commemorate the memory, because why not? And I was like, yeah. So I got one for each of us. Do you think Brynn would like it? Do you think Glastoc would like this? I thought the we got Frosty bit was clever.
I think
So
they're fantastic, and
yeah.
you should absolutely.
Oh, I'm so happy you think they'll like it.
I do.
It's matching. So, and you can extend them. So I grab one of them and I can extend the length and then like, shorten it.
Is it
so
magically? Is it a magical extension or a mechanical?
Yeah, magical extension. It's a magical extension. Yeah.
That's so great. Interspatial change. Just
Exactly.
If
you don't want it on your skin, you could put it on like a lapel. You could put it on you could put it on your ankles, depending. Or you could put it on boots. You could put it on laces. You could put it on anything. You could put it on bags. You could put it on belts. Anything.
It's so versatile.
That's what I was saying. Yes, it was versatile. It's a beautiful. Oh, absolutely. They already made well, it wasn't that much, but this is to commemorate all of our experiences. So when Brynn gets back, we can all have the Sandpoint Winter Solstice. We got Frosty. Just to commemorate this moment.
I love it. And he puts his on his wrist right away.
Which wrist, left or right?
He puts it on his right.
Okay, cool. Pepper does the same, mimics the same motion. Goes, see, it works. I can't wait to put it on Glastoc. Maybe he'd want it on his beard to commemorate this.
Yeah. Ooh, that would look very, very chic.
Where would it look good on Brynn?
I think Brynn would most likely put it probably on her boot. I feel
her
like
boot?
I do. I feel like on the side, just as a side angle.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I do. I really do. I like it. She wouldn't want it anywhere up in her areas.
What areas?
Because if it's here, it's going to be it could get lost.
That's true, or damaged.
Or damaged, exactly.
That's
but
true.
Down by her feet, I think it's probably a lot more. But she could maybe put it on like as an earring or wrapped in a braid in her hair.
As an earring. Does she wear hair accessories?
She might now.
Does Glastoc return?
Yeah, Glastoc just got.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize. Bio.
No, it wasn't that kind of emergency.
Oh.
Well, for Glastoc, it was a bio.
Yeah.
For Glastoc.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I see Glastoc return, right? Welcome back. Glastoc, this is for you. And you see a bracelet that changes length magically and color, and it says Sandpoint Winter Solstice. We got Frosty. So to commemorate our experience together.
It's the funniest shit I've
ever. Holds his up, and he's already.
I hold mine. Like Pepper holds hers up.
Oh,
would you like me to put it on you, maybe around your beard or around other parts? At that moment, your straps, belts,
you know what, if because I want this to be protected, I'm gonna have you put it around my wrist of my shield arm so that it'll always be protected.
Aw. Pepper looks. Pepper's like, oh, that's so sweet, and she does that. She chooses a color that matches your aesthetic, so it's not too
So it's
out
gray.
there. Yeah,
So
it's gray. It's gray.
Oh, it's not a color at all, is what you're
Yes,
got it.
it's
Okay,
it's
okay.
gray.
All the colors at once.
But it's a dark
Yeah. It's a dark gray,
as
yes.
opposed to the light
Yeah.
gray that everything else.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. With like light blue lettering. We got Frosty.
Yes, that's so
Aw.
good.
Ooh, if you look at the medallion, does the frost like glitter like it's actual kind of frosty, like it's got like
It's
this
kind of like a
animated-
mood. Kind of like a mood.
Like a mood
bracelet.
ring. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of situation.
That's incredible.
So
You
in
can
other
change
words,
the color
Glastoc
of the
is always
band.
black. And
I hate the world. Pink. Not playing. But yeah, it'd be great. So just one for Bryn, and then we can all match, and I think it'd be really, really fun. I truly, truly, truly have enjoyed seeing you all again, and thank you so much for thinking about Ren.
Of course.
yes.
Any friend of yours is a friend of ours, unless they're a
Exactly.
jerk. And then they're probably not a friend of yours. So really, it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What Aviro said.
That's so profound, Aviro. Wow.
I've had a glass of wine.
Ooh.
A glass.
I had a sip of wine 2 hours ago. Feeling a little saucy.
Oh hey.
It was very fruity.
So
we
as you
Mhm.
are waiting there, a militia person comes in.
Oh,
Sebastian's like,
no.
oh, all right, someone did something naughty. I'm looking for a Glastoc, Steel Cloak, or an Aviro Stormborn.
No Aviro Stormborn here.
And what is this in regards to?
I need you to come and pick up a Bryn Broad River at the jail.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'll go
Um,
get her.
Oh, give her this as well. Hands over the bracelet.
The bracelet.
The bracelet.
Take her this.
It could
Okay.
be of use.
Yeah.
Do you need
well,
us to go with you, Glastoc?
No. I'll take care of it.
All right.
Is this normal?
Yeah.
Yes and no. She's not
Depends on the
ended up
day.
in prison before. That's new.
It's just
Jail
jail.
and prison is two different things, baby.
Yeah. This is just a holding cell. So
Maybe
Drunk
she
She
had a
tank.
little
did
too much.
stab someone's hand. So there was a little bit more of a minor, misdemeanor than minor instead of just a
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
fist fight.
We-
There was a little
yeah.
bit of. So
There's a weapon involved.
Strong
Yeah, it was-
contact.
yes,
it was second degree assault as opposed to disturbing the peace.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
which it being the festival, they're being a little bit more lenient.
Yeah.
So as Glastoc gets escorted away, there's noise coming from the other that venturing group is being very, very loud. They come up and get some drinks. And as they
Mhm.
kind of walk past one particular individual, there's a female sea race, Urin. It's Urine. And it appears
Urin?
that she be a cleric
Yeah.
too,
Hmm.
of Gosrin. But Pepper, you
Mm.
notice something about this person that we've discussed, and you notice something on that person.
Oh.
And they're on their way to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, go.
Okay.
What would Pepper do?
Pepper goes, I have to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Don't fall in.
Oh, well, I got wings.
I
She
didn't think of that.
she turns and like flutters, like moving some of her scent away from or moving to their friends, and then floats to the restroom, kind of stealthily as best as they can.
And in the back area of where there's the restroom areas and stuff like that, and you kind of go in, and there's stalls, and one door shut, and it seems like only one person is in here. One door is shut.
Okay. But all the other doors are like open, so it's
Yep.
pretty apparent that someone's in that other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I look around and see if there's any shadows hidden behind a door, anything else, any other person. Okay. I sink like a bucket, like
Basin.
Wash basin.
basin.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, basin. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Thanks for the assist.
Tell you.
So I go to the basin and I just kind of like start washing my hands and I just kind of clear my throat real quick.
And the door opens, and as this person kind of walks out and is waiting to you, there's another basin. So they go over to the next basin, and you are right up next to it, and you see the earring. And
I look at her.
and it
Uh-huh.
is clear as day.
Ah, shit. I look at her and go, beautiful earrings.
Stops and goes, "Yes, they are. Thank you."
If one might get one themselves, where could I find one for them?
Kind of pauses for a second. Her lips start moving for a second, but nothing's coming out, and she just kind of stops and goes, "Well, it's kind of rare, isn't it? Would you say?"
Pepper grabs her arms, gets ready to do a shocking grasp,
Oh,
and says, be convincing. Where did you get that earring?
oh.
And she just she's kind of waiting for a second, and then she goes, "Oh, okay, that's how we're going to play."
If it must be, sister.
Well, the short little blonde, it was nice to take it from her. And
Well, now I'm gonna take it back.
and at that moment, you see
Fuck.
this black shadow come up behind
Awesome.
Pepper, and we fade to black.
I shock.
Yeah, you shock.
April has agency here.
You do shock. I guarantee you shock. But then we fade to black.
Oh no. Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
Meanwhile,
was so
Aviro's
fucking
sitting at
cool.
the table.
I think she fell in.
You said she had wings.
She must eat an awful lot of fiber.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Oh man.
45 minutes later, he has not come back. And
45.
45 minutes. You let her.
Oh, God.
and the rest of the
I made an
that-
accident.
and in about 15 minutes after Pepper left, the rest of some of the other crew, the wrecking crew individuals, they just kind of like, I make enough noise, and they leave the Rusty Dragon. So 15 minutes, about 10-15 minutes after Pepper went in, they left the bar, they left the cantina.
Did they
Half hour-
have the person with them?
Nope.
They just
Nope.
left their friend behind too.
There's like three of them walk out.
What?
3 of them just kind of
Peace
walk
out.
out
Oh.
out of the
Stinks.
main entrance. So like 15 minutes go by, you see that. Half hour go by, she hasn't come back from the Louvre.
Vera's probably reading a book of some kind.
45 minutes come by.
That's why
and
it goes 45 minutes. He just lost track of time.
and that's when Brynn and Glastoc come into the bar, back into the Rusty Dragon, as Brynn got released with care under supervision.
Hi, Brynn.
As they're coming in, Brynn is like talking to Glass. I'd be like, I said I was sorry. And then, hi, Aviro.
Look, Brynn. And he's showing the charm bracelet.
Oh, was it like a friendship bracelet? Yes, I got mine too. Glastoc gave it to me at the where I was.
Aren't they great?
They're great.
Isn't Pepper
And
wonderful? Pepper's
does Pepper
wonderful.
does Pepper have one too? Where is Pepper?
She's in the ladies' room.
Oh, what coincidence. And it's like actually I have to use the loo myself. Um and yeah, she would go towards the bathroom.
And as you walk into where the women's bathroom is, there's some water on the floor. There's one of the doors
restroom.
is kind of broken in a little bit into one of the chain. There's an electrical smell, and there's a little bit of strange colored rainbow-ish blood.
Oh no. Is there any other like aromas hanging in the air like chocolate
Yes.
and worry?
Yeah. Oh, and
Chocolate and worry.
chocolate, worry, and pain.
Oh,
Oh, ooh.
Bryn's eyes kind of get big as she slowly kind of puts these pieces together and she walks quickly over to the table and she's like, Pepper's not in there. I think something bad happened. I think that maybe it was her blood in there and it smells like her, but it smells like I don't know how to explain this, but it smells like she was afraid or in pain or somebody else was in pain or something, but she's not in there.
Oh no. What happened?
How the hell should I know? We need to do something. We need to do something quick. What if she's in trouble? What if she's the same place that that Ren is? We need to do something now.
So Jay, I'm assuming that since Brynn and Glastoc weren't physically there when all this happened,
Mm-hmm.
but Aviro didn't notice anything.
Correct.
So they didn't walk out of here.
So what Viviro will know is that Pepper and two of the individuals were not seen walking out the front door.
I've been sitting here the whole time.
Have you?
As he tucks the book into his sleeve.
Yeah.
Did you see anybody like go in there with her, or was anybody in the?
Well,
bathroom
sure.
at the same time?
People went in and out
How long
for an
was
hour.
she in there? For an hour?
Yes.
She was in there for an hour, and he didn't think to check.
I mean, I can't go in the ladies' room.
You can knock, Aviro.
But there's people in. I can't.
So you grab a lady on her way in and say, "Hey, I think my friend's in there. Can you check?" You're a smart guy.
And just
An
gets quiet.
hour. It could be anywhere by now.
Well, Brynn is chastising poor Aviro. Glastoc's
Oh,
gonna go
don't
check
be like that.
No,
Oh.
because
Said the kettle.
no, but what I'm saying is Glastoc's gonna actually go in and look to see if he sees anything like that.
You can't just go into the ladies' room.
Yeah,
Watch me.
yeah.
As
Yeah.
you see the same thing. Yeah, there's just
Okay.
clearly there was a fight in here.
Okay. Because this isn't my normal routine. Can I make an Arcana check to figure out what spells were cast?
Ooh.
Sure.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What do these spells smell like?
Ozone.
One smells like lightning and the other smells like sadness.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd watch that movie. Lightning and Sadness.
16.
Yeah,
Probably French.
You probably there was a shocking grasp spell that kind of went off, and
Yeah.
there's something else that went off too. But yeah, there's
Okay.
something weird that went on.
Okay.
And
All right.
as you start realizing that Pepper, something is drastically bad happened to Pepper,
Oh.
as if she has been kidnapped, and there is a
Right.
likely there is a potential suspect that you're gonna have to investigate.
No windows, no.
There is a back door.
Out of the bathroom?
Yeah, well, out of the bathroom down the hallway, there's a back door.
Okay. All
It
right.
goes into the alley. So you
Okay.
can get out without having to go to the front. You can go up or upstairs and stuff like that. and it's pretty sure that there's something out the back door that she was.
Well,
No.
they were obviously quiet enough during this scuffle that
Cone of silence or
Yep.
it didn't affect Aviro, or he didn't realize what was going on.
He was
a
also reading.
nuclear bomb could go off near Aviro when he is reading, and he would not know about it.
I'm just
You're so
he's
right.
being kind.
That is where we're going to end
No.
tonight's
I didn't
episode.
want him to leave that.
No.
I thought it was going to be a fun farewell for a while.
Unfortunately, we are cutting a short episode tonight for a few
Oh.
factors. And yes, this is the
Oh.
Until Pepper Comes Back episode.
Oh my God, she's in peril.
She's in peril.
Help me, save me.
We're gonna have a post-credit scene in a moment, but let's go around real quick and tell us who you are, where we can find you, all that other good stuff. So, Jeff, we're gonna start with you.
All right. Well, this was so much fun as always. Thank you so much. So many high fives to Averill. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So great.
Aw.
Yes,
It
thank
was
So
you.
fun.
great.
Thank
We're
you
gonna
all.
miss you. We love having you here.
Oh, I love being here. Thank you.
Of course. My name is Jeff. I love playing this game. It was great. You can find me in my living room and doing my homework because I'm still in school doing the homework game.
Oh, topical.
How topical. That's all I got.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us. Harry.
Yes. Oh my gosh, guys. What a great one. That was so fun. Averill, amazing job as always. I love it when you can be here. That's phenomenal. I'm Carrie. You can find me on Monday nights on Mini Terrain Domain where we play more Pathfinder 2e, which is always a good time. Things are really ramping up over there. On Thursday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, you can find me playing Kids on Bikes, and that is getting very interesting as well. Once in a while on Thursday nights, you can find me also in two places at once on another channel called Dice Tales Live. We got a couple episodes coming up, which should be fun. And obviously, once in a while, we can find me here on the Emporium. Thank you guys so
Excellent.
much. This was just a blast and a half.
Thank you, Carrie. Jim.
Yes.
Anything to plug?
Anything to plug? Okay, yeah.
What
so,
is
Florida
it,
Renaissance
Jim?
Festival.
Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter. When I'm not surrounded by all these wonderful people here on Wednesday nights, currently I am running the Talon Claw booth at the Florida Renaissance Festival for the next few weekends. And for those of you attending PAX East, I will also be there at PAX East this year, our first time having a booth there. So hope to see people there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Woo!
And our illustrious, wonderful, talented, and just awesome guest. Hey, bro.
Hi, thank you. Thank you all again for having me here. It's always a fun time here at the Wayward Emporium. So very, very, very happy to be here as always. Thank you again for being so amazing, you all. It's fun playing with you all. Hi, I'm Averill. You can find me at FunSizeAverill on Instagram if you like cocktails and video games and just want to just see a really cool chick just living life the best that they can. You can find me on Instagram. I'm around. And from time to time, hey, I wish you all well, and thank you again for having me.
I just want to point out she called herself a really cool chick, and that is
very cool.
that is 100% true. So
yeah.
That is
What's
very
the
true.
baseline I can kind of hit?
Yeah.
And kind of cool.
Thank you so much for being here. You are always welcomed, and whenever you have time, we will have you on. We're figuring out the storylines. We love Pepper. We love having you here. Thank you so much for adding to this wonderful story. With the busyness of schedules of real life, we're we're adding a little bit more of a story theme and stuff like that, which is going to explain something in the postcards in a second. But I'm Jay, also known as Neopether in the socials. You can find me here with a lot of different stuff. We've got a lot of things coming down. Sundays is Shadowport Adventures, Luck of the Draw. And then the first Saturday of the month, we will be starting Shadowport Adventures Mercenary Tales with a whole new crew. And we're going to be looking at some adventures once a month on that. So that starts in March. So stay tuned for that and keep your eye on that. I'll be at several different cons coming in March, including GaryCon. I'll be running Star Wars regularly, and quite a few cons, including Josh Con later on in July, and some other stuffing that we'll have more and more information, including May the 4th special charity event for America Stroke, or excuse me, the American Stroke Foundation. We are collaborating with them to do a charity event, and more information coming out on that. But thank you so much.
Awesome.
Real quick, post credit scene, as suddenly this darkened hallway of stone, you see a short-haired, blonde female in rags, Ren, sitting there in a jail cell with Dusty and Rog, as the door slams open, and suddenly this body gets thrown and tossed in and kind of crumbles as the small fairy gets jumped into this room, as Ren comes up and hugs, and it's like Papa, 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 and they're reunited as the door slams, and laughing as the large human male in breastplate armor with a tower shield on his back just cackles as he locks the door and goes in. And that is where we're going to end tonight. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. We will see you in a few weeks.
Dick.
Yeah, what a dick.
How dare you?
This
Be
is the
kind.
Emporium, and don't be like that guy.
Be kind and don't be a jerk. Take care. See ya.
Bye.
Oh.